Say he never had injury issues at Atletico Madrid, but since he came to Arsenal for some reason he's struggling. But we know that even at Celtic, Kieran Tierney had a bit of injury history. So let's look at the stats because I need to back up my claim. Let's share this screen. Let us share this. Hi guys, welcome to Soccer with 304. Please, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, stick a like in the video, and turn on the notification bell. Like I said, if you're new, subscribe to the channel if you're new, stick a like on the video, and turn on the notification bell. I need you guys to push me up in algorithm. Please, I need to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Please, like I said, if you're new, subscribe, stick a like to the video, and subscribe. Sorry, stick a like to the video and turn on the notification bell. Today, we're going to discuss something very important. We know we fell short of qualifying for the Champions League due to some inadequacies in our squad depth. Number one, bad luck with injuries, and our strikers were not just great enough. And we know going to the summer, we've been linked with striking options from Gabriel Jesus to the Napoli striker Osimhen to Calvin Lewin, to all sorts of strikers. And I think we need at least one striker, pending that we're going to resign Nketiah to a new deal. But at least I won't mind after getting two, but at least a new striker. No, on top of our priority, we need to get a striker. Aside from getting a striker, we need to get a midfielder. We need to get backups. But I think there's something we are missing, and we need to talk about it as Arsenal fans and those who want Arsenal to move forward and compete for the highest honors and actually win the highest honors. We need a left back as urgent as we need a striker, in my opinion. I think we need a left back. We know Kieran Tierney is a fantastic left back if he stays fit. Unfortunately, the best quality of any player is availability. I don't care how your technical abilities are, how strong you are, how you have so much of mental strength, how much you can give on the pitch. But for you to do that, to give that exhibition of your technical abilities, you have to be on the pitch first, right? You have to be on the pitch. Unfortunately, we can't get Kieran Tierney to stay fit and give us at least 30 games. He can't. For 3 years, that's the evidence that we have. I'm going to show you some evidence that, unfortunately, we need to get a backup or someone to compete with him or someone to share the position with him so we do not continue to fall short of our aspirations as Arsenal Football Club, because Tierney, Partey, these are key personnel in our team. We need to get backups for them, especially Tierney. Partey never had injury issues at Atletico Madrid, but since he came to Arsenal for some reason he's struggling. But we know that even at Celtic, Kieran Tierney had a bit of injury history. So let's look at the stats because I need to back up my claim. Let's share this screen. Let us share this screen. Let's look at it. He was bought in at the 2019-2020 season, right? He made 15 appearances out of 38 games in the Premier League. We know the Premier League 38 games. He was able to make just 15 appearances, 1 goal. That is not just good enough. It is not good enough to take us to the next level because his backup was not just there. We know 2019-2020, we had Xhaka deputizing for him sometimes. Kolasinac was not just good enough. So let's move to 2020 to 2021, which was last season. He had a bit better than 2019 to 2020. He had 27 appearances. 27 appearances, 1 goal. That's a bit decent, but that is not just good enough for a team that wants to compete with the likes of Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. Especially when the backup is not as good as him. For what we are trying to get, having 27 appearances out of 38 games is not. We know the likes of Robertson for Liverpool plays almost 38 games, plays in Europe, plays in the cup games. That is the average game Robertson plays almost 40 to 45 games. And Tierney is struggling with 27 games. That's not just good enough. So let's go to this season, even though we brought in Tavares, deputized for him. He had a good spell, but we know that Tavares is not ready. He's still young, but he's not the same quality. Because when Kieran Tierney is not there for the last few games, you can see that the quality drops significantly. Significantly. Attacking and defending, especially defending, the level was not just there. So let's look at 2021 to 2020, 22 appearances. So out of 3 seasons, from 2019 to 2022, he has made a total of 64 appearances in 3 years. That is not just good enough. So let's look at it. 38 games, right? 38 games times 3 seasons. Let's see how many appearances that should be. 38 times 3. Out of 114 appearances in he should have made in three years, he has just made 64 appearances. I'm sorry, we cannot. Unfortunately, he's a great. My opinion, is one of the best left backs. In the Premier League. Let me not say in the world. I'll be pushing it if I say in the world, but it's one of the best left back in the Premiership. But he is not just available to deliver for us now, unfortunately, and we cannot rely on that. As much as the talk is getting a striker, getting a midfielder, I think aside from the striker, the next priority should be a left back of equal quality or if not better than Kieran Tierney. Because we know from the empirical evidence, Tierney cannot stay fit for more than 27 games. The highest he has played in 3 seasons is 27 games. And we know the English Premier League is very competitive. You cannot afford a slack. You can't afford that. So we can see that from the start, we need to bring in another left back of equal quality, if not better quality than Kieran Tierney. Because Kieran Tierney's body cannot take the load of games. He can't take it, unfortunately. He can't take the load of games. And we know we've been linked with a few players, Aaron Herky, and now we are being linked with Zinchenko of Manchester City, which for me won't be a bad deal, especially looking at what's his name? Let's look at Zinchenko. Is a relatively young left back who can play as a midfielder, but predominantly plays as a left back. I think he has Premier League experience. He's not a bad left back, but him and Kieran Tierney sharing the left back position will not be a bad deal. Let's look at some of the rumors floating around. Arsenal are considering a double soap for Manchester City. Mikel Arteta already wants to sign Gabriel Jesus. That's his normal news. And his old employers and smart me understand that he holds an interest in Oleksandr Zinchenko too. I think that will not be a bad deal, in my opinion. Zinchenko is a very, very Premiership experienced player. I think he will do a job. We know him and Kieran Tierney can actually share that left back. I know some of you like, oh, are we writing off Tavares? We know Tavares cannot do the job we are asking him to do right now. He can actually go on loan or sell him. Unfortunately, he is not on the level. I'm not writing Tavares off, right? But I think he needs to go out on loan. And if you can't get him, if someone wants to actually get him, for now we need players of quality. I understand not having potential sometimes, but at that position we need quality, unfortunately. And right now, Tavares is not just doing. I'm not writing off totally. He can become a fantastic player in the near future, but right now, as much of experience and urgency, we need top quality. And we have been linked to the other player. What's his name? Another Scottish player called. Let me see. Aaron Herky. Aaron Herky. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah. Aaron Herky, who have been linked with, I think I did a video about him where there were rumors that it was actually close. The deal was getting close for some reason. The news are beginning to fade off. I don't know what's happening. Decent left back. We're hearing Arsenal is interested. Let's look at this news from Arsenal FC News. Arsenal interested in signing Aaron Herky alternative at mid £20 million bid. Let's see. Arsenal reportedly interested in Inter Milan wing back. I have my reservations about uh, this player. We don't need a wing back. We need a proper left back, in my opinion. We need a proper left back. So this look like these rumors that don't have legs. But this one, we've been hearing about it, and actually, there was according to Sport Witness, Bologna this. Arsenal and West Ham have both made offers to buy Aaron Hickey from Bologna. At the moment, Arsenal offer is the highest, and we know we have a good relationship with Bologna. We got Tomiyasu last season for Bologna. Hopefully, our good relationship with them can pull off that deal, or we pull off the Zinchenko deal. We need at the we need we need to get a left back. We cannot dilly-dally about it. It's very important. It's a top priority thing. We just need to get a left back, who is as good as Kieran Tierney, if not better. Because, like I showed you the evidence a while ago, Kieran Tierney cannot take the load of playing 38 games, and we cannot afford to continue to persist with Tavares. He is not just good enough at the level we want to get to. Tavares cannot just do it. If you disagree, leave it in the comment section. Do you think we should persist with Tavares, or we should go out and actually get a left back? Do you think we should get a better left back and Kieran Tierney should be the deputy, or we should get somebody to deputize for Kieran Tierney? What do you guys think? Or am I exaggerating the injury records of Kieran Tierney? But though I've showed you the empirical evidence, after 3 years, we can see that, unfortunately, even when it was at Celtic, it was a bit of an injury-prone player. We're thinking will get better. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to get better at all. With the evidence we have right now, nobody can predict the future. He might actually get over the injury woes and crisis and become a very strong player in the future. There's nothing impossible, right? But as of now, going by the evidence we can see that I've shown you, maybe I'll show you again. Let's look at this again. 2019 to 2020, he had 15 appearances. That's not good enough for a team trying to compete for the top four or eventually trying to win the Premier League. That's not just good enough. 2020 to 2021, 27 appearances, a bit better than the previous season, but that's not just good enough. Just in the Premier League, it's not just good. I'm sorry. That would not cut it. Then 2021 to 2022, 22 appearances, a decrease from the previous season. I'm sorry, we cannot afford. We saw how we lost out on top four because of Partey and Kieran Tierney, because I'm very sure if both were fit and were in the team, I think the North London derby result at the Tottenham's Hotspur Stadium will be different. I think, see, you cannot predict the future, right? But you can look at probabilities. If Kieran Tierney was fit for that match, if Partey was fit for that match, I think the result have been different, in my opinion. I'm very sure, because Kieran Tierney will not play as bad as Tavares. We'll have to put Tomiyasu there. We'll have put Tomiyasu at the right instead of playing Suarez. So we need, at the matter of urgency and experience, we need Kieran Tierney. Some of you argue, don't you think we need the right back too? I think we need the right back too, but we know we can't do all our business this summer. We need to look at the scale of preference and look at priority. We know the priority is striker, left back, and midfielder. We know that. We need to get a left back, because in the midfield, right, even though I know we're going to get midfielder, Partey is not as injury prone as Kieran Tierney. Even though I'm going to do a separate video for that, watch out in the coming days. But we, like I said, looking at what I've just showed you guys, we need to get a left back. Guys, like, comment, and subscribe, especially subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video, please, guys. I need you guys to leave a like. Take a minute to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the nearest future in another video.